Well, first of all, congratulations, guys. This is so exciting.
Thank you.
What was it like being in that room, watching everyone watch that episode?
I mean, I don't think I've seen it fully finished yet. So that was the first time I was seeing it. And what's really incredible is just seeing the show with an audience and watching people laugh at the things that you hope they were going to laugh at, be scared at the things that, we hope that they would be scared at. But what's really funny was it was nice watching the show with you, because the last time I feel like we were together watching the show, you were working and you were conducting the orchestra and just like getting everything together. So it was nice to see the show with a bunch of folks who worked on it.
Yeah, no, I second what Z is saying, and I think something else too is that I can now step away from it and I'd be like, oh, I'm not being self-critical anymore. I'm like, oh, I wish I had done that or done this a little bit differently. So now I can just kind of sit back and enjoy it with the audience and laugh along and just be entertained and have that whole fulfilling experience all over again.
And you're Emmy nominated.
I am. Thank you. And thank you to the show, because we did this together 100%.
Well, congratulations. What was it like when you heard that? What was your reaction?
Well, it's one of those things where it's like I purposely forgot that the announcements were that day, and so once I get a phone call from my publicist, I'm like, oh, I wonder if this is it. He doesn't call me unless there's a nomination, which means he never calls me. So this was really cool, and I like I said, I was just really, really honored to be on that list and to have Gremlins a part of it and be able to like help represent the show, because I just have so much love for the show as a composer, as a storyteller, and as a fan. So, like I said, we did it together, and I share that nomination with everybody.
Can you talk a little bit about that collaboration process between you guys on this show?
Yeah, it was funny. It was I think you came into the office and they're like, all right, well, excited to work with you. And then a global pandemic happened. We didn't see each other for like 3 years.
Yeah. Actually, if I may, though, I took the Zoom. I was at Zoom, my very, very first Zoom meeting ever. You guys were still in the office, and there was a bottle of like hand sanitizer. And I was like, hey guys, is it hand sanitizer? I mean, I don't know. I was very, very nervous for the meeting. Yes. And then we didn't meet for like 3 years.
Yeah. But the music in the show is so incredible. And, I think we always, it's the music is a reflection of what we wanted to do with the show, which is, to tell a story that felt like it honored the original Gremlins movies, but also bring something new to it. So season 1, using some of that Asian Chinese instrumentation, that was something that Sherry and me and Brendan talked about from the very beginning. And then season 2, some of that kind of like Western twang. So it's been fun to hear the music develop over the course of the 2 seasons.
I remember when I was working on the first episode, and I was like, gosh, I better send them like maybe like the first 10 minutes or something, just so they can see my idea before I'm down the wrong path. And that's always like the hardest part for a composer to do, is to send that first offer, and I'm like nauseous the whole day. And then I feel like you send an email, you're just like, this is great, we love it, keep going. And I'm like, oh. And it's so meaningful and needed for like an artist who does what I do, to have your showrunners and your creators and your people that believe in you to say, yeah, I believe where you're going. And it's really cool, the stuff that they let me get away with. So thanks, guys.
And how important was it for you to really, include like stuff from Gremlins and Gremlins 2? Like influences?
Well, I mean, that's a lot of that was the creative conversations that Z and Brendan and I we had about that. It was just like we're trying to instill something that's new. We have new adventures, same characters, but new adventures and new characters. So a lot of it was just, let's work thematically. Let's include Jerry Goldsmith's The Gizmo Lullaby, the Gremlin Rag. Certainly in those key places. And for me, it was just like, let's just hang on tight and hope that I don't do anything that's not in keeping with what Jerry Goldsmith and had really set up, and what the fans are hoping for, and what the show frankly was deserving of. So it was terrifying.
Well, you do a fantastic job, and you guys know I love this show so much. So congratulations, and thank you
so much.
Well, I want to start off and say, what was it like for you guys to watch that episode in the room today with a bunch of fans?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, because I don't see it anymore. Yeah.
And I was going to say, I came up originally through doing live comedy. So I just always love having an actual audience to get actual feedback. And the only downside to TV is that rarely happens. So I love a moment like that.
How about for you, Joe?
I think comedies play better with audiences, and this is better with an audience.
Absolutely. And what was it like to kind of revisit the Clamps, for you guys to see that, and then for you to really get to like dive into Clamp history?
Well, we never thought the Clamps would, the Clamp brand would survive past Gremlins 2. But that was many years ago. But then the idea of trying to pepper the cast of the show with people who had actually been involved in the movies led us to try to find people who was in those movies that still are. Zach Galligan has done it, and now John, because he played a very iconic character in Gremlins 2. Any connections between the movie and the TV series are in the form of little Easter eggs for people who know the movies and like them.
And it's just, it was just fun to look for a chance to do that. And I mean, Daniel Clamp was delightful. It's the best possible version of a crazy rich person. Like, we know what the worst version is, so it's so nice to have the delightful version. So of course we want to go back to that family.
Yes. Yeah, I was a stupid ass.
Do you remember filming that, John?
Oh yes, I had a ball. It was great. I mean, there were
operating the Gremlin himself.
Yeah,
That's crazy that you were operating that
I'd
yourself.
forgotten that. I do it. What?
It's a skill for your resume. You should put that on there.
Yeah, I do my own death.
Actor puppeteer.
Exactly.
Available for children's parties.
Ooh.
What was it like working with all those puppets?
It was fabulous because there were so many people working it. I mean, eyebrows would. I mean, it was, but like expensive. I'm sure. Yeah. So there they go. Yeah.
That's good.
I'll play with a microphone.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what can you tease for fans for what's coming up in the second half of the season?
Sure thing. Even more amazing guest stars. So besides John, we also have Timothy Oliphant. We have Keith David, Robin Weigert. So a lot of really fun people popping up. A lot more Noggin, so a lot more George Takei, and
a lot more monsters.
A lot more monsters. Yes.
How much fun is it for you to like do this? I mean,
no, this has been like a dream project. Like, again, I was one of those kids who was traumatized in the best possible way seeing Gremlins in a theater.
Same.
Yeah. So like, I've just always wanted to do the same.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much and congratulations.
Thank you.